I believe we can start. It's already 1 o'clock, 4 minutes after 1, so we can start. We are recording the session anyway.
Yes.
So maybe Tarek could start by saying a few words, and then I can take the lead.
Thank you very much, Odysseus. Hello, everyone. First of all, as a representative of the National Coordination Office for Horizon Europe, I would like to congratulate the Engine for Southeast European Deep Tech project for their success and wish a very successful implementation. I would also like to thank you for inviting me for this opening. My name is Tarık Şahin, and I am the national contact point for the European Innovation Council program within the Horizon Europe. Within the scope of the EIC, as you know, the EU is targeting to support the most promising deep tech companies who have groundbreaking project ideas, including high risk and high impact potential at the same time. We know that the program is very competitive. Only the best companies with best scale-up potential can be funded by the European Commission. This is why the potential candidates should develop their capacity in all terms in order to feel ready for the competition. Engine for Southeast European Deep Tech project is going to provide, as far as I can read from the documents, very critical support to the companies and startups to enhance their capacities. It will also show these companies the pathway to reach the investment, which is a crucial way for scaling up their businesses in today's world. Within this perspective, I believe the project will also contribute significantly to breaking the innovation gap between the countries in Europe. We believe that the target countries of the project, including Turkey, have a great deep tech potential which can contribute to overall innovation capacity of Europe. I hope that it will have very successful results. I also wish that Turkish stakeholders show a great attention to the opportunities provided by the project. I hope that this will be a good contribution to the efforts done by different actors in the system. And I wish you a very successful Info Day. That's all from my side. I will try to be present during the event, and I appreciate if I can make any contribution to the discussions. Thank you very much, and best luck. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Tarek, for welcoming participants and opening the events. This is a webinar that, or rather a presentation of our project that we wanted to dedicate to Turkish ecosystem. I think the project and the services that we offer are very, very relevant to them, especially in regards to TTOs, to research organizations. We have 3 tracks, and we will have the opportunity today to present the full program. And then we will open the floor for any questions, either in writing or in person. So our presentation will not last more than 30 minutes. And you will, all participants will have the chance to see the project and the tracks we offer. So without further ado, I would like to start the presentation. I will pass the floor to Claudia, and you will have the chance to meet all of us and hear about our project.
Okay, thank you so much, Odysseus. Good afternoon, everyone, or tonight. Okay, I'm Claudia Barbosa from ICTech, and I will have the pleasure to introduce you the Southern European Deep Tech Engine, also known as S3E. And the focus of this project is on accelerating deep tech projects coming from research teams and deep tech solutions coming from startups and small and medium enterprises. Okay, this acceleration aims to impact the social development and economic growth for a more sustainable world. Okay. As already said, I'm part of ICTech, and here with me I have Cristina Simões, also from ICTech. We are a not-for-profit organization from Portugal that has the mission of bridging the gap between the science and the market. And we are coordinating the S3E project along with our partners, IDI, International Development Ireland, that is our host today, Institute of Sustainable Development from EPLO, and Australu, that is the responsible for all the communication and dissemination strategy. And before I introduce you the project, it's very important to clarify the pillar concept of S3E, that is deep tech. So deep tech for this project refers to a set of technologies grounded on either scientific discovery or meaningful engineering innovation that can embody products, processes, or services that are capable of fulfilling a currently unmet or ill-met market need. Okay, and deep tech startups are fostered by research that in most cases are developed within the scientific ecosystem, such as universities, research centers, and so on. And we bring you here 3 examples of 3 deep tech companies that were born in universities or research centers. We have Aldea that developed a unique 3D microLED technology, was born in Leti Institute in France. IQM from Aalto University from Finland that builds quantum computers and recently raised more than 128 million, led by the World Fund to help combat the climate crisis. And the last but not the least, and the most well-known, BioNTech, that was born in Mainz University and was crucial for the development of the COVID vaccine. So there is a huge opportunity here. VCs invest 20 billion in deep tech, which accounts for a quarter of the European venture capital. And European deep tech companies, such as the examples that I show, are worth a worth combined of 1,700 billion euros. And European is a world-class, Europe, sorry, is a world-class in science. But we have a problem, okay? However, the Southern European countries are still ranked as moderate and emerging innovators in the latest European Innovation Scoreboard. For instance, Turkey is considered an emerging innovator. And so for these countries to rise up on the innovation scoreboard, they need to improve several dimensions, namely the spillover to society of the knowledge produced by research activities. Okay. So that's why we came together to develop this project. And our aim is to make a revolution on this deep tech ecosystem. Okay. And how we will do that? By training researchers to have an entrepreneurship mindset, supporting growth startups in their in development their business plans, brokering access to investment, and facilitating open innovation within the industry. Okay. All these align with the sustainable development goals. And to introduce you all the tracks, I will call Cristina Simões that will explain and introduce the tracks. So Cristina, now is up to you.
Thank you, Claudia. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. My name is Cristina Simões, and I'm the head of the program START, and I'm very proud to present it to you today. So the S3E engine has 3 pillars that are targeting 3 different maturity level of projects. START aims research teams and early stage startups with projects running from TRL 1 to 5. Charge aims growth startups that do not have funding or have pre-seed funding with TRLs from 6 to 7. And Reverse aims scaling startups and SMEs with at least 2 years of operations. So I'm now talking about START, and then my colleagues will talk about the other 2 projects. So the S3 START is a unique hands-on experience and was designed to provide skills in scientific knowledge commercialization, connecting science and technology to product and market needs, to clearly communicate science to a business audience, and assessing the different paths to move the technology to the markets. This program was specifically developed for deep tech projects and is driven by an international proven process for tech commercialization. The program was concretely designed for research teams coming from Southern European countries with deep tech projects, that is, born from science or engineering innovation, as Claudia mentioned, impacting one or more sustainable development goals that want to know how to go from the lab to the market. Since we want to leave a legacy beyond these projects, we also are targeting with the start the TTOs, again from Southern European countries that want to learn a tested methodology to boost science-based entrepreneurship and tech commercialization. At this stage, you might be asking, what are the science fields? It goes from agriculture to medical and health sciences, engineering and technology, and natural science. Therefore, a very large spectrum of knowledge. And how does START work? Over a period of 18 weeks, teams will receive 21 hours of online training that will help them understand how to develop a business case for a product, a service, or a process. Additionally, there will be webinars on topics relevant to the development of the business case, 1 hour every 2 weeks, and first-class mentoring 1 hour and a half every 2 weeks. The in-class tutorials follow a learning by doing approach, so that the teams must fulfill a set of deliverables in between classes, which provide the building blocks to assemble the business case and the final pitch. This meaning that a significant part of the learning process and workload is based on the work done outside the formal in-class tutorial. Last but not least, participants can increase their business network at the S3E Open Day, when they will have the opportunity to pitch their project. Summarizing, the START is made for research teams and TTOs that want to evaluate the social and economic value of their research, learn how to pitch science to a non-scientific audience, and acquire skills in tech commercialization. The outcomes of the START are a written business project, which can be described as an embryo of a business plan, and a pitch to be presented at the S3E Public Open Day. Diving deeper on the process, it has 3 different phases. In the ideation phase, we encourage teams to devise multiple product concepts born from the unique capabilities of the technologies and creating linkages between the benefits of using these products and the market needs. In the development phase, through a set of tools, teams are led to look for fatal flaws, either by the product or the market side, forcing them to choose the one product concept to move to the next phase. Additionally to the tools referred, teams will also be strongly encouraged to contact the market to sustain and validate the decisions and assumptions made. During the commercialization or last phase, teams will join all the pieces together and design the strategy to bring the product to the market. Let's now talk about the uniqueness of this program. It relies on the fact that it emulates a real startup experience by working with real projects and departing from the unique capabilities of the technology, so creating products with a competitive advantage born from the science or the technology and not from a product concept, an idea, or an application. Moreover, we strongly advise the teams to validate their strategic choices directly with the market agents. At the end of this program, the participating teams will not only have a written business project and the final pitch, but they will be much better positioned to apply to non-dilutable and dilutable funding. The applications are already open and will run until the 7th of February at 5 p.m. set time sharp. Both applications, either for research teams and TTOs, are doing on the F6S platform. And the selection process, it will be done between the 13th and the 27th of February. The announcement of the participating teams is going to be done on the 7th of March, and the program will start on the 21st of March and run until the S3E Open Day on the 20th of July. In order to help and support the teams with their applications, we will host additional 2 Q&A webinars. The next one is going to be on the 17th of January at 9:30 set time, and the last one on the 7th of February at 14 set time. You can make your registration in our website, S3E.eu, where you can also find the links for making your applications, connecting you to the F6S platform. The team behind the starts is composed by Claudia Barbosa, that you already know, the CEO of ICTech, Pedro Vilarinho, the CEO of ICTech, and myself, responsible for the START program. Altogether, we have more than 35 years working with innovation from deep tech. I'm now calling my colleague, Cristina Deligiani, who will have the pleasure to present you the program chart. Top merci.
Hello, thank you, Cristina. I'm Cristina Deligiani from the Institute for Sustainable Development at the European Public Law Organization, an international organization that is based in Athens, Greece. We will be talking about the second track of the program, Charge. Charge is a program. Can we change the slide, please? Charge focuses on deep tech. It's a mentoring program. It focuses on growth startups and those startups that actually seek to develop a solid investment-ready business plan and get access to non-dilutable and dilutable funding. There's also the opportunity to connect with innovation leaders and strong innovator ecosystems in other European countries and to get a better understanding how to protect IP, intellectual property, and how intellectual property in startup works. So who can actually apply for the S3E Charge program? This is designed, as I said, for growth startups. You should have a deep tech product, a service, or a process concept that is grounded on scientific discovery or meaningful engineering innovation. And the startup is at a growth development stage. It has to be already in the market. It has to be already established. The deep tech solutions have to be aligned, have to be matched with one or many different UN Sustainable Development goals. For this program, the definition that we have used for a growth startup is a business that aims to grow and scale quickly to serve a global market and needs support to develop an investment-ready business plan to access non-dilutable and dilutable funding, and that is it has not received funding yet or has some pre-seed, and it is TRL level up to 6 or 7. Next slide.
You are already in the next slide.
Am I? No, I cannot. Okay, now I see it. Thank you. There is some lapse. Sorry for that. So how this works, This is a 14-week program. You will get almost 11 hours of mentoring with industry experts so that you can actually develop the investment-ready business plan. You will have one industry expert will be matched with one startup. So you will have customized, tailor-made mentoring according to the needs of the startup. You will get access to funding opportunities, both at a national level and at a European one. And you will be getting advice and assistance when it comes to applying to those opportunities. There will also be opportunities to network with industry leaders, with other innovators, and you can showcase the startup that you have and the business plan at the S3E Open Day, which will be held in mid-July in Portugal. There will also be webinars and masterclasses on topics that are relevant to startups and to the needs that they have, such as IP protection, sustainability, ESG, carbon emissions reduction, and sustainable finance. So this is important to know that the end result of these 14 weeks of mentoring, you will have in your hands and ready to present an investment-ready business plan and a pitch. You will be assigned one mentor, and you will be pitching your project at the open day to companies, investors, and corporate ventures. So what are the uniqueness of this program? The unique points and elements that are differentiate this pillar from other acceleration programs that are in the market is that it is tailor-made. You will be assigned one mentor, and everything will be tailor-made according to the needs of the startup, and the mentor that will be selected will be industry savvy and relevant. They will have experience in industry-based and research-based innovation. You will also get funding opportunities, access to funding opportunities through this program, so you will be much better positioned to apply for public or private funding and programs. You will actually be able to match and to align the business offerings that you have, be it a product, a service, or a concept process, to market needs. And then you will be market ready and market savvy to actually pitch and attract investments. And everything that you have created so far, your business plan, your business case will have been validated and honed. So the applications have already started, as Christina has already said. They will be open till February 10th. To increase transparency and user friendliness, we have selected the FCX platform. So everything has to be, all the applications have to be submitted through the platform. The selection process will last from mid-February till the end of February, and the announcement will be made end of March. The program, that will be approximately 14 weeks, will run from April 10th till the mid of July. So we will also be having some extra webinars. So once you start the process and you have extra questions, we will be having 2 webinars so that we can answer Q&As, questions, concerns that you might have mid-January and just before the closing of the applications. You can go onto the website, the dedicated program website that we have, s3e.eu, so that you can see all the material and what this program is about. You can also subscribe to the newsletter through the website. You can book your place for the webinars. You can also use Eventbrite. So, and this is the team behind the Charge program. Spiros Kouvelis, who's the director of the Institute, Nikos Therapos, he's our innovation advisor, and Ms. Liberopoulou Lola, she's the director of the EU programs. So, and I pass the floor to Odysseas, who will be talking about Reverse, the 3rd pillar of the program. Thank you. Çok merci.
Thank you, Christina. So the 3rd track aims to more mature startups, startups that are already in a scale-up stage. It is an open innovation program, focused, of course, on deep tech, and we are looking for startups that already have something as a product, as a service, as a solution, preferably in the market. We want to create. We want to give the opportunity to these startups to access a pool of potential clients, either from private or public sector, and help them develop strategic projects that will respond to challenges. Next slide, please. Yes. Okay. So this is how it works. We open the program by having an open call, not for startups, but for challenge organizations. Because before we find the solution, we need to know the problem. So the call that is open now is for organizations, SMEs, corporates, any kind of companies from public or private sector that have a challenge, face a challenge, have a problem in either economic or social impact, complying with the UN SDG goals, and believe that this problem could have a solution that can be found in deep tech. So this is the open call for challenge organization. This is open now, and it will be open till February the 10th of next year. Once we have these challenges, then we will organize them and we will open the call for the solution providers. So at that stage, we will call all SMEs, startups to submit their products, their ideas, their solutions, and respond to these specific challenges that we have in place. So we are looking for established SMEs or startups with a product or a service of a TRL 6 to 7, and they will be able to submit their proposal and in response to the specific challenges. So it will be more like a closed program. It's not like that you submit any idea that you have. We're looking for ideas to find solutions to specific problems. Once we have all these companies, this call is closed, and the call will close on May 15th, then we will try to match the challenge organizations together with the solution providers. This is what we call the tech brokerage. So organizations have the challenges, they are looking for solutions, startups have the solutions, but not necessarily ready for the organizations to use them. So we need to have a phase where we will negotiate with both of them, we discuss, we will facilitate the process of bringing these two together. And then, of course, we have a program of innovation support. So once we match these two parts together, we will work with them, we will help them define the specification to establish the collaboration between them and support them in pursuing further innovation procurement actions. This program will start on July 20th, and it will last at least till the end of the year. We don't have a strict deadline for that because it's an open innovation program, but we will be able to offer support for at least 6 months, maybe more, depending on how complex the certain matching will be. In some cases, maybe the challenge organization and the solution providers will start work right away together. In other cases, maybe we will need to support them a little bit more. Next one, please. So who can apply? At the moment, the call is open for challenge organizations. So for those that face a challenge, for those that have a problem, please mark that public organizations are most welcome to submit their challenges. Big companies, corporations, of course, but even SMEs. You may have a challenge and you need to find a partner, you need to find another organization, another company that you would like to work with. As long as you have the maturity to work with this other company, as long as you have even the budget to work with them and support this process, then you are welcome to submit your idea. The only prerequisite is that you have a challenge, you face a problem, and you believe that this challenge, this problem could be addressed with deep tech. As I already explained, no, don't change, please. Yeah, as I already explained, once we have the challenge organizations in place, then we will open the call for the solvers. At that stage, after February the 10th, you will be invited, startups will be invited to submit their proposals for the specific challenges that we will have in place. The idea is looks a lot like EIC accelerator, but not the open calls, the calls where you have specific challenges and you need to respond to these challenges. The underlying, of course, prerequisite is that we're looking for deep tech solutions that have to be aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Goals. So what do we offer? Why should a company, why should an organization participate in this process? For challenge organizations, we offer the chance to access a network. We offer a chance for a technology brokerage program that will help them define their needs, describe their needs, explain the challenges that they face. This is a necessary step if you want to find the solution. You need to describe a problem if you want to find the solution. And often the solution is not in the market. So in this case, there is always a path to innovation procurement. If the solution doesn't exist, then you need to find it from the innovation space. So you need help to identify the solutions to your problems. And this is where our program can help. Challenge organizations will also have an opportunity to find new suppliers, new partners, and expand their network. And of course, our program, our project will help both of them, both challenge organizations and startups, find a way and build consortia to pursue R&I opportunities in Horizon Europe. Not necessarily only under pre-commercial procurement or public procurement for innovative solutions. These are the obvious choices when we have public organizations, but there are a lot of other opportunities, and an open innovation and the technology progress program is maybe the best way to build this necessary consortium. Now, for innovative startups in a scaling phase, the call will open in February, I remind you. Apart from the above, the startups will also have a customized innovation support program for them, including mentoring, coaching, some explicit training, some master classes. So we will help startups better describe their solution, organize their portfolio, learn how to communicate with bigger organizations and how to present their solution to them. It's a technology brokerage program. It's basically a facilitation. It's bringing together these two parts, challenge organizations and solution providers. Next one. So applications for challenge organizations open until February 10th. A very simple application, again through F6S. It will not take you more than 20 minutes, half an hour. You just describe the problem that you face. You don't need to elaborate. Of course, the more information you provide, the easier it will be for us to identify what the problem is. We have a selection process for organizing these challenges between February 13th and February 27th. We will announce the challenges on March 7th, and then we will have the call for solvers on March 14th. So at that stage, startups, scaling startups will be invited to submit their applications for this specific track. The application will close on May 15th, and then between June and December, we will run the technology brokerage program. Next one. So my name is Odysseas Spyroglou. I am the lead on behalf of IDI. IDI is probably known to some of the participants since we have been collaborating with TUBITAK for a few years now, running the Turkey in Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe program. So we are also members of this consortium, and we try to find synergies to help and support the Turkish ecosystem. We have a team based in Ankara. We will be able even to respond in your native languages in a lot of your questions, and we hope that we will find a way to support the Turkish ecosystem in the best possible way. Next one. I think that's it for.
That's it, Odysseas.
That's it. Okay.
Okay, I will sum up. So the applications for the 3 tracks are now open. Okay, S3E Start is looking for research teams and technology TTOs, okay, technology transfer officers. The S3E Charts is looking for growth startups, and the S3E Reverse is looking for companies with challenges, okay? The applications are open until the 10th of February. You can go to our website and subscribe our newsletter and follow us on our social networks. You will have there all the information regarding all the tracks, okay? The projects and the startups must be on the following science fields: engineering and technology, agriculture science, life science, and physical science. And we are waiting for your applications and talk merci, and we are open for questions. Please let us know all of your doubts. And I will.
Thank you, Claudia. I will start. I have already responded in the 2 questions, but I will repeat them for those that didn't notice. We will share the presentations with participants. We have a help desk. I will share the links to our help desk and our website, and also our YouTube channel to all participants. And there is an open question regarding NGOs. NGOs are eligible for track reserve for track 3 as a challenge organization. Now, depending regarding participation as a solution provider, it depends on your scope. If you are a research organization, I mean, there are NGOs that deal with research. If you are a research organization, if you believe that you have a solution, you have an idea that is in deep tech, then of course, maybe you can send a more specific question to our help desk on which is your organization. We can examine if you are eligible or not. There is another question. The trainings are all online. We are not going to do any face-to-face trainings. The budget of the project, unfortunately, is not very high, so we will have trainings online, and all these trainings will be recorded and will be shared with the rest of the participants.
Odysseus, maybe I can ask a question.
Of course, Tarek.
Do the applicants need to establish any consortium, or can they?
No, there is no need for a consortium. Applicants can participate as independent entities. There is no need for a consortium.
Thank you.
There's something else that we should mention. We have already mentioned it, but let me also highlight it. All the mentoring and all tracks of the program are for free. So there will be no fee when it comes to applying for the program or participating in the program. I think this is important to underline and to emphasize. Everything is for free.
And also something else, participation into our program doesn't mean that you are excluded for other similar programs under European innovation ecosystems. So you can combine, it's not one or the other, you can combine. There will be more innovation support programs that will come. It will, starting next year, will be announced. There are other projects like ours. There are new projects coming up. IDEA is also participating in other projects that may be relevant. We will announce them in January. But participation in S3 doesn't exclude your participation in other projects. Of course, everything is on a case-per-case basis, so we don't want to offer the same things. We want to add value. So if you have already participated in another mentoring or support program, then of course you are welcome to join. And we will try to guide you to the correct track. So maybe there is often there are some misunderstanding as to in which track should the company go. So it depends on the maturity of your idea. It depends on the maturity of your solution. If you are in an early stage, you will go for the start. If you already have something in place, you are growing as a company, you have set up your teams, you have your personnel, you have a few clients, you have a product in the market, then you will go for charge. And finally, if you are a more mature SME, you have clients, you have set up your company, you exist for a few years. I don't want to put a strict number, although we may have to when we open the call for startups. But the idea is that you have something mature as in your portfolio. It's not just an idea. If it is just an idea, then you should go for start. And something that I don't think that we have stressed enough, TTOs are also welcome to join. There is a dedicated track for them. There's a dedicated application for TTOs, and maybe Christina or Claudia can say a few things as to what we will offer to TTOs and how we are going to work with them.
Christina?
Claudia or Christina?
Yeah, I can. Well, we are going to offer them the very same. We are going to offer them the very same training of the research teams. So they are going to join a team. So I would encourage the TTOs to promote the program in their institutions and bring research teams from the very same institution to the program, so that they will be joined to a team of known persons. I think it would be nicer, because in order to fulfill and size the process, they cannot do it outside of a research team. As you might mention, the most part of the learning process and workload is done outside the in-class tutorials. So it's done between doing the deliverables in between classes. So they really need to be joined a research team and to be a team member. Otherwise, they would not enjoy the full and the deepness of the process. I don't know if you want me to say anything else.
That's right. No, I think it's enough. I want to remind everyone that we are available to answer any of your questions through our help desk, through our emails. You can visit our site. Of course, there are. You can find all the presentations in our YouTube channel, and if you start the application, then you may have some new questions. Then I urge you to participate into one of the specific webinars that we have for that. We have a new question: what kind of research topics are you looking for? Do we need to look at the UN Sustainable Development Goals for that? You certainly need to look at the UN SDG. If not for something else, then to get the grip of what is happening there, and try to see if you can, if you have a solution, if you can apply that solution for that. So this is very, very important. We don't have any restriction in terms of research topics as long as we have deep tech solutions. So it could be used for anything. If you are working in deep tech, and we already gave the definition of deep tech, then of course you are welcome to submit the solution. The Sustainable Development Goals are there because the biggest challenges that we are facing are in relation with these Sustainable Development Goals. So we are looking for solutions that can promote the Sustainable Development Goals. That doesn't mean, of course, that they have to be targeted in them. As long as your solution complies with UN SDG, then it's fine. It doesn't have to be specifically created for them. I hope I answered that. So, and another question: will TTOs introduce programs to SMEs in technology development zone, or can TTO directly apply to calls? You can directly apply to calls if you introduce other programs to your SMEs. That's up to you. But a TTO can directly apply to our call. And of course, you can also invite your SMEs to apply to our track. So it's not one or the other, it's both. If you participate as a TTO, we will offer services to you, but you can also invite and urge your SMEs to participate to our program, and we will select the best of them, and we will work with them as well. Okay, we will wait a few moments.
If I may jump in the past we had some questions regarding people who were unsure whether they should apply for the charge track or the reverse track, because they were in between as regards TRL and funding. My advice to you, our advice is actually apply to any of those, and our evaluation team will, if we see that, you know, you should be a better match for another track, we will let you know that. So don't be shy, don't be afraid, just apply to a track that you believe that you're best fitted in. And if this is not, you know, our evaluation process, through the process we decide that you're a better fit, say for reverse, then we will let you know that.
Yes, thank you, Christina. There is another, or maybe Christina would like to respond to that. How can research centers be involved? You're muted.
You're muted. Christina, we are not listening to you.
Sorry, I'm sorry. So the research centers might be involved through the applications of the research teams from that center, or from the individual application of the TTO. That's the way the research centers are involved.
Mhm.
And spread the words.
Other way. Do you think I've been clear enough?
I think so.
Okay.
But for that question, you can, if you are responsible for a research center, please disseminate the message through the
Yes,
research
it's
center.
the difference between other programs is that we are not looking for an entity necessarily. So in Horizon Europe, you need to have an entity. So the research team will participate as a research center. So in here, a research center can have many teams. So we are looking for teams. It doesn't matter, especially for charge, if these teams are not incorporated yet. We don't expect you to have served, to have created a company or an entity for that. So you can participate as a team. And this is how we would like academicians to be involved. So it doesn't have to be just a researcher. We know that academics, of course, participate in research. So academics can have their own research teams in a university. You can come to the program with your research team, whether the research team comes from a university or it comes from a research center, and submit your application.
And let me add something.
Yes.
The team can also be from different universities or composed by elements, also members from different universities or from different research labs. The only thing we want to know when you are applying, so the application process, we want to know the ID of each team member and the R&D organization they are coming from. So, but you can, because we know that research is done in between universities. So maybe you are doing a research project with Italians or with French people or with Portuguese people. So you can combine a team that is composed by elements and participants from different research centers, as long as they are the very same research, very same project.
Yes, the program is very flexible, so you can put together a team from different organizations. That's not a problem. I would also like to make a question, and which we can answer. Do we accept consortia, Christina? So if we have two companies, for instance, working together, will we accept them in our program?
For the start?
For charge?
Charge.
For any.
Charge.
For the charge, maybe.
If it's a consortium or a JV or I don't know, special vehicle, special purpose vehicle, but it's like really small size, yes, I think we should. But we're not talking about a big consortium of companies, or that will not, you know, it will contradict our definition of growth startup. So if it's a small, if it's like two spin-offs from research centers, two startups, you know, as a consortium or a JV, yes, but you know, it has to be within the definition of the growth startup that we elaborated on before.
That's clear, and I want also to respond on that for reverse. So reverse is probably slightly different. In that case, there is a lot of flexibility. So you may come as a small consortium, again, one or two companies, if you have established a collaboration and you are working together. So it's not an ad hoc collaboration. It's not an ad hoc consortium. If you have a strategic partnership and you believe that you have certain ability to respond to the challenges, then maybe yes, a consortium is needed. We will evaluate your application. We don't want to exclude anyone, but at the end of the day, you have to be able to sell your solution to the market. So if you come as a consortium, we are not offering any grants. We offer only support and only help to you. So the maturity of you selling your solution to the market is important. So if you come as a consortium, you need to have in place this collaboration framework. There is no, we're not, maybe we weren't clear. We do not offer any grants for that. So there is no maximum budget limit. We do not offer grants. We offer only services. We offer services. We offer help to startups and to TTOs and to researchers. And the goal, of course, is to help you find other grants. So this is where we are working towards. In all three tracks, the idea is to help you find funding, either from private organizations, either from VCs if you are mature enough, or from grants. So we will help you create your ideas and formalize them to pursue other opportunities. Yes, services like networking, services like mentoring, like coaching, facilitating help between collaboration between companies, especially in reverse, between a potential client and a potential a customer. So especially in reverse, we are looking for companies, for organizations that are looking for solutions. So in that case, if we have an organization, for instance, and then we find a solution provider, a company that has a solution to the problem of that organization, then ideally, this organization should go on and create an agreement and buy and assign a specific work to this new startup. So that's the idea. You are looking for something that is not in the market, but you do have you do plan to buy it. So you need to think about the maturity of your products. You need to think about how ready you are as an organization to invest in this.
Let me also say that both for START and for Charge, these are very hands-on programs. So you'll not be, just listening to someone lecturing. You will be actually providing information about your business idea, about your company. You will be asked to have tasks and to prepare for those. So it's not like a passive lecture style seminar. You have to really make the most of it to be fully engaged and to participate in this.
Yes, indeed. The full program works on a one-to-one basis. So every organization, every company will be assigned a mentor or a coach, and they will work together. And it's not, of course, we will have some more open classes. We have some webinars where all of you will be invited to join. But even in that case, these webinars will open only to the successful company. So it's not like we will have thousands of participants in it. So it will be easier for the selected companies to engage in the process and ask whatever questions they would like to ask.
Can I also ask something about these mentors or
Please,
trainers?
Yes.
Are you going to automatically assign mentors and trainers, or the companies will have a chance to pick among a group of
we have an open call for experts. The experts can be, we can probably disseminate this in Turkey as well. So if you feel that you will be good as a mentor, you can participate. There is no remuneration for that, so you will do it on a pro bono basis. But it's only a few hours within the duration of the program. So we have the open call for experts. Experts can be either evaluators or mentors for START or Charge, or technology brokers for Reverse. So we will match the mentors with the companies, but of course we will give the opportunity to companies if they have any objection, if they believe that the mentor's profile is not appropriate to them, we will of course change the mentor and suggest somebody else. But no, the companies will not be able to choose from a huge pool. We will suggest a few names to the companies that we believe are the best match. And then the companies, of course, in case they have objections, we will suggest new. So they will have a say, but we will do the matching for them.
And another connected question: Will these experts have chance to visit the companies, or all the things is going to be online?
No, this depends on the experts. I mean, we don't have a budget for that, but obviously the expert and the company, and we will try to do that. We will try to match experts from the same country, even from the same city, if this is possible. So if they are together, of course, even better if they can meet. But if not, the whole process will take place online. We have the an open day at the end. Maybe Christina can say a few more things about that, our final day in Lisbon.
Well, the final day is basically, because we have no more time for anything else, is basically to host the pitch of the projects. So then it depends on the number of pitches, but imagine a pitch of 7 minutes followed by 3 minutes of Q&A. So you do not have time for anything else than seeing the pitches of the teams.
Yes, but it will be an opportunity, I mean, to
obviously,
for the companies to meet their mentors.
Yes, there will be a coffee break, and we will allow for a long coffee break so that the people, the attendees, and the audience that is there, so composed by, it's public, so it's, but we usually invite venture capitals and business angels, so this kind of community, the investment community, so that they can talk during the coffee break with participating teams, obviously. Yeah,
and this is the final stage of the project. So companies, successful companies that reach the end of our program will be invited in Lisbon for this. Do we have any other questions that we haven't answered? I'm sure that more questions will probably come up as you start completing your application. We are here to respond to them. Feel free to send an email. Feel free to submit a ticket in our help desk. And we also have the webinars that are dedicated to support the applicants. When is the next webinar again? Let's remind the audience.
So for START, it's going to be the 17th of January.
Okay. 17th.
For Charge, I don't know.
It's actually mid-January and the 6th of February. So, we will be having one at some point, if need be, in between those dates. If there is a lot of traction, a lot of questions that we see,
so we'll have
through the website and through the platform that people have questions, we can arrange for a third
Okay. So the webinar of S3E Charge will be on the 13th of January, and the webinar of S3E Start will be on the 17th of January.
And I have also shared the address of our help desk. You can look for more information there and in our website. And in case you don't find it, you can submit a ticket, and we will respond right away. Let me again remind you that we will disseminate responses to these questions to participants, along with all the links, and you will have the chance to watch the video again of the recording of this webinar if you feel like repeating what we've said so far. I don't see any other questions.
So people can send us email or
Yes,
contact
yes.
us. To
I don't want to take any more time of you, so I see that we still have a lot of participants.
Yeah.
So feel free to send your questions to us. We will respond as soon as possible. Check the documentation. There's a lot of information out there. If you feel that something is not clear, please feel free to ask again. And participate. You have nothing to lose. It's free services. You will have the chance to work with good experts. You will have the chance to meet potential partners and find your way into either funding, whether it's Horizon Europe or another project, or even private money from venture capitals. We are here to help and support the innovation ecosystem. I'd like again to thank Tarek and TUBITAK for their help and their support and the dissemination of this event. Thank all the speakers and our team in Ankara who facilitated this. And I wish you a nice afternoon. Please feel free to contact us again should you need anything, and we'll be here and ready to respond. Thank you all. Have a nice afternoon.
Thank you. Çok mersi.
I thank you, Odysseus, for
Thank
having
you
me,
very
and
much.
good luck for
Thank
the
you.
project.
Nice to
Thank
meet
you.
you. Bye-bye.
Nice to meet you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.